They say curvy girls rock. I think slim girls rock it too. This is a very gorgeous dress. Will definitely be perfect for your next DIY and a great addition to your wardrobe. This is something I stumbled on Instagram explore page, and that's what we'll be doing today. You're welcome to Soul Junkies, and for today I'm using 1.5 yards of polo fabric, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the skirt part. I'm marking this shoulder, waist to hip, waist to down of hip, waist to knee, and waist to the length. You get, that's exactly the first thing I'm working with. And another thing to note is this fabric is stretchy on both sides, so I choose the part that has the best stretch, and I folded to that point. And there's no single allowance on this dress. I've told you before, when we made our stretchy dress, when you're working with stretchy fabric, you don't have any need for additional allowance, especially if you want it to hug your body. So I just divided all of my measurement by 4. That's 1/4 of my measurement are the things I placed, or the measurement I placed on each point. And then at that bottom, I just used 7.5. 7.5. I just added half to my waist measurement divided by 4. And then I'm joining all the points together like you see me do. So for this tutorial, I don't want any weaves on this material, so I'm using my pinky shear or zigzag scissors. If you don't have zigzag scissors, you can definitely work with weaving. So just cut out on the markings. I hope you can see it as much as I can see it. Just cut it out. So you are done with the front part of this dress. As you can see, I'm going to manage this 1.5 fabric. That's why you can see that I did not do my usual cuts back and front together. So now I'm folding again so I can cut the back. I'm going to place the front. I'm flipping it. You can see I had to flip it for reasons best known to me, but definitely nothing you should worry about. It is a reason that allows me manage the fabric as much as I can. But if you have hip bigger than 37 and bust bigger than 33, please, you can definitely add to your fabric, make it 2 yards, and then 2 yards of organza. That's what I used. So here I'm just going to cut out that 1/2 inch that I usually take out from my back to reduce the fold at that back, and that's all I'm going to do. Don't forget, I'm not adding that to this style. I'm not adding that to the front or the back, okay, except for the front that has the side dart. I'm not adding any other waist dart to this fabric. So what I thought I should have done was to create a contour at that back part, maybe another time, or maybe if you already know how to do contour, you can create that contour to just give you a better fit at the back. But I think I had a great fit, especially because I made use of my exact measurement. You are not going to add any allowance, and you will definitely be okay even if you use about 1 inch of an allowance to make this. Even if you did not had allowance and you decide to sew 1 inch out of the cloth, you are still going to have a great fit. But I used 1/2 inch to sew. Now here I'm just marking out my armhole. I used 7.5 of my armhole, took the 1/2 armhole. Don't forget, I did not add allowance to that shoulder as well, because adding allowance can also make the sleeve stretch away from the shoulder to the sleeve, the arm side. So I did not add allowance. So this is just basically the normal drill for basic bodies. The only difference with this is there is no single allowance at all. There is no single allowance, and there is no waist dart allowance. We are only having allowance for the side dart, and the reason for that is so that you have we can balance the front with the back, so that there is no so that we won't have any excesses at that back that might create a bulge and make the outfit tacky. Because it is stretchy, if you are not careful, you will always have that bulk at that back. So please, that's the reason why I personally thought it wise to add that side dart in front. So the side dart, I'm going to be taking it by 1 inch. So that 1 inch, I'm going to be cutting it out from the back. This is the 1 inch I'm marking out. I'm going to be cutting it out from the back. That way you see that the front and the back aligns properly. By the time I'm done taking the 1 inch dart from the side, you see that the front and the back balances well, and the waist, there is no bulge. You see it at the end of it all. You saw it at the beginning, that you saw how flat that back was, and I didn't even get to add gum stay before I did the zip. So I just did a little deep back. You can actually leave the back at 3 inches by 1, but I just came down by 6 inches and created a little bit of a deep back. So I'm done cutting the front and the back bodies of the dress. I'm done cutting the skirt. Now for the remaining fabric, I'm going to be using it for my sleeve, and I'm just going to cut a fitted sleeve as much as possible. I'm going to make the sleeve to be as fitted as possible, and the good news is having a fitted sleeve is easier with a stretchy fabric. Once you have a stretchy fabric, you can actually make a fitted, anything fitted, it will just work, because no matter how much you stretch or take out of the fabric, it just keeps hugging and hugging you. So that's all. We are almost done with the cutting of this outfit, and then the next thing will be to go over to the sewing machine and then do the sewing. So guys, if this is your first time on this channel, you are so very welcome. In order to keep getting notification of our gorgeous and great tutorials, please subscribe, smash the like button if this was a fun tutorial to watch and to learn. So now that we're done, the first thing I did was to join the bodies at the shoulders. We joined the shoulders together, the front and the back, and then biased the neckline. So if you have additional fabric and you don't want the seam line to show in front, you can definitely use a facing for the neckline. As you can see, or as you saw earlier while cutting, I practically did not have any leftover pieces for the neckline, and this bias tape actually came in handy. Once I'm done with the neckline, the next thing I'm setting is the sleeve. I'm fixing the sleeve in place. I'm just adding the sleeve to the entire mix. So like this, I haven't added the skirt. So please, like I said before, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you haven't watched other of our videos, we have a lot of great tutorials, some things trendy and things you definitely love to watch, and we'll be glad to hear your feedback. And please, if you have any questions, any concerns, we'll be in the comment section to hear what you have to say. I'll be here to give you guide or answers that can actually lead you to make this gorgeous dress and increase your wardrobe. So by the time you're done joining the shoulders, you pick up the skirt, the front skirt, add it to the front, the back, add it to the back, add your zipper allowance, fold the hem of the sleeve, fold the hem of the dress. You are practically almost done. for the sleeve, we're not going to just sew the entire sleeve down. We're going to leave a little bit of an opening where we are going to add the organza. So what I did for the organza is I bought 3 yards and I cut it into 6. I cut it into 6. I didn't actually, I just eyeballed it. But at the end of the day, I think it was about 10 inches. I did industrial weaving at the edge using a darker shade of my color, a matching color to the organza, and it came out very well. So by the time I was done with all of that, I was now ready to work with the organza. So it is really something that I know, I trust that you can do very well. Just add up the skirt, the front skirt and the back skirt, add the zipper, then just sew down with 1 inch. So before you go about adding the organza, just try out your dress. It is your dress. Even if you are making it for someone, just remeasure to be sure that this dress will fit, you understand, before adding the organza. So you can see what I did. I did the sew the gather in 2 ways. This was the first design I used. I just, since it's 2 yards, it was long. This one is for the sleeve, so I just folded it together and I sewed the middle gather on gather stitches, and then I drew out the gather. For now, I haven't gotten the gather foot yet, so maybe when I do, this gathering business will be quite easier than this. So I just sewed it like this, and by the time I was done with the gather, I felt the one I did not fold into 2 like this was better, so I just loosed it. Instead of folding it, just sew it one long one, so the entire 2 yards once at the middle, and then gather it to the length of your sleeve times 2. You get the length of your sleeve. If it's the length of your sleeve hem, the hem of your sleeve, if the length is mine was 5 inches, so I did the gather to 10 or 12. Okay, then I folded it into 2. That way the fold is not even. This one had an even fold, and that wasn't what I wanted, so I had to lose it and started again. I had to lose it and just did that sewing. I just did a gather straight on that 2 yards once, and then I drew the gather. That way I had a more fuller and a more fluffy gathers. You get, I wish I had shown you the difference, so I just had to lose it and started afresh. So please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to us. We share our fashion DIYs. We post twice weekly, and they are definitely trendy clothes that will add beauty to your wardrobe. And this year, instead of spending so much money, you have a sewing machine, you know how to sew, and you are a part of this community, my dear, you practically increase your wardrobe every other week. Like, even if you can't make the 2 clothes we post, you can make one and then have just one dress every week. By the end of the year, you have 54 new clothes, and you're super proud of yourself. 54 new clothes and better skill in sewing, I think that's a great goal that is very achievable if you stick with us on this channel. So as you can see, I'm done drawing this gather, and I had another one to compare it with. I was just not too sure, so what I did, I later loosed it, and I told you earlier how you can actually do that. So it was 2 ways. You can see this one, you can see it is not smooth. The fluffiness is not organized, unlike the other one, unlike this one that just looked too. You can see I'm trying to pull it out put them out to see if it's okay. So I just sewed it first, and by the time I compared, I said, no, I didn't want this one. I wanted the other one, which is just sewing the middle from the of the entire 2 yards that I used for the organza. And then by the time I gather to the extent of the roundness of that sleeve times 2. That way I've now gathered and folded, not fold and gather. I guess that's clear enough. But if you don't get what I'm trying to say, that's why I would be in the comment section to explain this out. I couldn't show you a video where I had to lose and start fixing. That wasn't a necessary video that you would have loved to see. So as you can see, I'm done sewing down the organza. So I'll just flip to the wrong side of the sleeve or the dress, and then I'm just going to sew it down just like you see me do. So where there are errors, make sure, because you now have ruffles everywhere, if you are not careful, the needle might pick the wrong side of the ruffle to sew. So just be careful while you are doing this. Take your time, arrange, and just sew carefully so that you will not get to lose. I hate losing, and I know you do too. But if it is the right thing to correct your to correct errors in your work, please don't hate it. Just do it, and then you'll be thankful for it later. So once you're done with this sleeve, you also do the other side of the sleeve, the left hand or the right hand side of the sleeve, and then flip to the right side to see what you've done, if it is okay, if it is as good as you want it to be. If not, redo it again. Don't be tired and don't be lazy. Redo it again. So you can see what I have here. This was the organized one that I told you about. There's no fluffiness, so I had to lose this and did the other one that I explained earlier. So once you are done with the sleeves, the next thing is to do the one for the down of the dress. Don't forget, I told you, fit the dress before adding your organza, so that you know by the time you're adding organza, you're done. So I've added the first one just at the hem of the skirt dress. Now I'm adding the second layer just next to the first one I did. It wasn't even up to ½ inch that I added, because we need that fullness. We want that place to be as full as possible, and I only have 2 yards of this organza to actually work with. So sewing them close will give me that fullness that I wanted. But if you can get up to 3-4 yards, you can see it will still be fuller than this, and you might prefer that. But what I would prefer for my style, for my body type, would be a shorter version of this. I think that will fit me better than this longer version. This longer version that show that I have a hip dip. But whatever the case, this was a tutorial that I thoroughly enjoyed, and I hope you did too. So please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We are on our 1,000 subscribers. We just need you to keep watching our videos, push us, keep watching our videos. We really appreciate you for all the support you've given us on this channel. I can't believe that sometime last year we started this channel and we almost gave up. We stopped making videos for more than 5 to 6 months, and then we started again, and since we started, it has been back to back, and we're just grateful that you've been here to cheer us on. Please share our videos, let people see and also enjoy. If you're truly enjoying our videos, like, comment, share. And if this is your first time, I promise you, you are in the right place. you are in the right place, because this year we are going to definitely have more than 50 dresses addition that we made ourselves, tried out on our own, and we will be glad that at the end of the year we'll be able to look back and say, yes, we did it. So keep it up, keep watching, sharing, commenting, and liking our videos. So I have just 4 pieces of this organza, 2 yards for each length that I drew gathers on. And like I said, I bought 2 yards and I cut it into 6, 1 for the sleeve, one for the right sleeve, 1 for the left sleeve, and the remaining 4 was for the bottom of the dress, and it came out pretty well. But in case you want a fuller organza pieces, you can increase your what's it called, you can increase your inches, the yardage of your organza. And in case you want hip, or you want figure 8 size, you can definitely use your hip padding. You can wear your hip. I didn't wear mine. I just I just like it the way I was, and it wasn't accessible at that time anyway. But see the outcome, see how flat the zip laid on my back, see the slit, and this is just something that you would really like. I know you would like to have this dress, and the color perfect for my skin tone. Thank you so much for watching. We have so much more video. If you love this one, you definitely love our ashoke palazzo. You will love our ashoke bobo dresses. Thank you so much. We love you. We're definitely seeing you next time. Bye. Keep sharing, keep commenting, keep liking, keep watching our videos, and God will bless you. You can see, like I said, I think I'll prefer the short version of this dress. So see you. Bye.